Oh, I can't do this. This is so hard. This is so hard. Oh, I can. It's okay, Carl. Just, just do it, Carl. You're the chosen one. You're the Messiah, Carl. Just do it, little me. You're gonna pay, little me. You make my brain hurt. I can't wait to watch you suffer, little me. You're gonna pay. You're gonna pay, little me. Uncle Will, you can't be this stupid. You can't be this stupid. Messing with God's chosen ones. You're a bunch of fucking idiots. It's hard to pretend to be Carl. I swear it is. That's what was my plan, was pretend to be this fucking idiot. But I don't know. It's just hard to fucking pretend to be him. I don't know what we're going to do with this motherfucker. I ain't good at skits, I guess. I had all intentions of coming on here and playing like Carl all through the video, but god damn, who can dumb themselves down that fucking much? Carl, you're literally asking questions that you heard on fucking YouTube. We get that you got it on video. Everybody's got it on video. But that's not you asking a question. You can't be that fucking retarded. And then when somebody calls you on it, the first thing is, oh, show me where I'm wrong. Carl, they've been showing you where you're wrong for fucking years, buddy. And you just took out. You're smart enough to have a conversation, but anything other, and you're really not smart enough to do that. You can't stay on task. You'll ask somebody a question and then when they respond to you in chat, when you read their response, you go total left like it was a new subject. That's how fucking stupid you are. Being chosen from God, that's a title that anybody could take. We're all chosen. Every one of us that was chosen to be born here on this earth was chosen from God. You retarded motherfucker. Let me tell you something. That dude that died at your work, that you supposedly broke your brain, if you believe anything in God, then you have to admit that God said his time was up. It doesn't matter what the fuck you say. When God gets ready to take you, it don't matter if you're in a rubber ball in a padded fucking room. You out of here. The shit you say is just fucking retarded. Why don't you just be honest with people and just say, hey, nobody will fucking talk to me, because you don't want to hear what anybody's got to say, evidently. I mean, you've been to 5 different fucking doctors. They've all told you the same thing. Why don't you just be honest with people and say, hey, man, I don't have nobody to talk to, so I come to the internet every day. People would probably leave you the fuck alone. Instead, you try to fucking cuss people out and call them names and shit. And it's really cringe as fuck to hear somebody so goddamn retarded call people fucking names. You project yourself so bad that you don't even realize it. No, I wasn't going to do it. I was going to play him, little me, and then I just feel so stupid doing it that I can't do it, man. I was going to cuss you out and tell you was going to hell and, all the good shit, but you already know. And that shit he said the other day, I listened to that video where he was talking to Jay Johnson, is who he was talking to. And when he said, I was hoping you a child, I'm like, what the fuck why are you hoping that you're talking to kids on the internet, Carl? Dude, he doesn't, I guess maybe he don't go back and listen to himself on the internet. And the funny thing about it is Carl can be fucking hilarious at times, but he just doesn't know how to let it go and just do his thing. He's got to be, I don't know, maybe fucking saving the fucking world or something. And it's like, bro, saving the world is not your job. Everybody's got a role in this world to play. And saving the world is not yours. I promise you. There's people that's a hell of a lot smart. Take your medicine from your doctor, you retarded fuck. And anybody ever been to prison or locked up? When this motherfucker says he's a 5-time loser, it just makes me want to slap the shit out of him because he doesn't know what a 5-time loser even fucking means, or he wouldn't associate it with going to the fucking doctor. He tries to make everybody feel bad because he's been. You went down there and turned yourself in the first time. You got the ball rolling out of your own mess. When you go play sympathy, yes, every time you go from now on, they're going to lock you up for violence and suicide. Nobody has to say anything. Say, you're not following Lil Me. Lil Me's fucking hilarious, man. And Lil Me, I appreciate the funny videos you make, dude. I really do. I enjoy the shit out of them. But like this shit's just getting old with this motherfucker. Him tagging everybody all the time and then crying when people fuck with him. That's him and Martin are the same. That's how I see Carl. All this fucking pity. That's all it is, a fucking pity party. And it would be different if you could make fun of him and not feel bad about it, right? But he's like thumping the fucking kid next door that's not going to fight back. He'll run his mouth until you bitch slap him, but he's not going to fucking fight back. He doesn't know how to fight back. You don't get, I don't know what to do with this motherfucker. I guess I'm just going to make it where he can't tag me no more again and just call it a day because I hate fucking with this idiot. I really do. And I tried to do it so long that I figured, you know what, if I stay on his ass long enough, he'll just go the fuck away. He'll let it go. But he won't. Carl, listen, I know you got homosexual tendencies and you want to suck my dick. But I'm not gay, homie. That's you and your side of the family. Do your thing, man. Go find you a fucking boyfriend. Let your hair down, homie. Go do your thing. Ain't nobody gonna fuck with you about it. God put him here for internet. I know, Rusty, but I feel fucking guilty for doing it, man. I really do. I feel guilty for doing it because it's way fucking beneath me, man. And I know a lot of people on this internet talk tough and all that shit. And God knows I'm not the toughest motherfucker in the world. But when you know you could whoop somebody, a real man knows that. You don't fuck with people that you know you could just beat up. He would never say the shit that he says on this internet to anybody in real life. And see, that's where I'm different. If I say it on here, I promise you, he's asking for it. You're the one that told me it wasn't going to go nowhere, bro. Oh, shit. I'm not feeling a certain type of way. Well, maybe I am. Maybe I am. I don't know, man. I look at him like a fucking loser, bro. Nobody ain't got to do nothing to that dude. Look at him. He's fucking miserable over there. The motherfucker's got rashes on his ass. He needs diaper cream. That's what's wrong with him. Nobody's changed his diaper in fucking 30 years. He's been on here, I don't know, fucking 15 years. He's got 3,000 goddamn videos, Carl. Nobody won't talk to you in that amount of time. They're not going to talk to you, motherfucker. It's just the way it is, bro. You're not made out for it. What's up, Dr. Bleach? She sticks around because she takes his money, Grizz. She's all fucking somebody else on the weekends. We all know that. Any man that's ever fucking been a man knows what's going on. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sure. And I'm going to tell you, that would be the entertainment is a 24-hour fucking continuous live at his house would be fucking hilarious. Oh, he's a fucking, what's up? What's up? What's up? He's a fucking weirdo. What's up, Eric String? Good to see you. Oh yeah, stay far fucking way. That dude's a fungus. He really is. He is a fucking fungus. Let me see here. Let's said my internet's going out right. Sometimes it does, sometimes it don't. I don't fucking do it. Yeah, it seems like it's going out right. I don't know how many of y'all watched that little video I loaded up today, but it's got to lie on you. All they have to do is present your words back. Yeah, he calls everybody. What he's doing is what Satan would do. He is doing Satan's work. Bro said that you're protecting Chamos. Yeah, I know. I fucking know. Mr. fucking in there trying to get his kid to fuck him in the ass with a fucking ugh. What normal person says that? And you know, even nobody in the right mind says some shit like that. Can Copper Top, when you got 5 doctors that tell you that you're having fucking delusions, guess what? You're having fucking delusions. That's just, I mean, if you're not smart enough to take the doctor's advice, I mean, the motherfucker's scared to go to the grocery store. I've never seen anybody who's been such a pussy that can go to the grocery store and get a gallon of fucking milk. Act so fucking hard on the internet. Cars a 60 piece. Yeah, butt smasher, I'm sure. Well, maybe this fucking internet ain't gonna work right. Always got children on his fucking mind. Always 24/7. I've never, you know, and it's okay to be worried about children, but when you're constantly not nonstop thinking about kids in some weird sexual fucking position and being molested and shit, that's a weird fucking, you know, who sits around and thinks about that shit 24/7. Now it's one thing if you see like a kid in your neighborhood or something and you think that they're being abused and you do some investigation to find out what the fuck's going on. But to not have it in your face and you think about it 24/7 and you can't help but think about it, that's creepy as fuck. Yeah, that shit was hilarious for sure. But I heard him say something about you the other day, leaving him alone. And in his same fucking video, he's got you fucking tagged. And it's like, dude, you're asking for it. You are literally fucking asking for it. And Carl, I'm gonna tell you, you want to know why you can't see my comments? Because you fucking blocked me and then unblocked me, and you're not smart enough to ask somebody how to go to Google and fucking unblock it, which is fine with me. It's better for me if you keep me blocked, really.
My wife alone about most of the shit, right? So I never said, "Hey, did you hear Campbell's chicken noodle soup?" Hey, pretty meat. So my son, my wife's going to have some soup.
Gay ass fucking laugh. Anybody that laughs like that's gay as fuck.
And my son says to her, he says, "Oh, Campbell's, I'm not eating that shit." So imagine if this is a lie. Imagine if it's not even true. This guy that used to work for Campbell's, he's just destroyed it for a lot of people. So, anyways, I thought, fuck, that's great.
Carl, why don't you do any kind of goddamn investigation for yourself? It's not that fucking hard, bro. It's really not. You get on here like you got some kind of breaking fucking information, and all you're doing is repeating some shit that somebody else has already fucking asked.
Because my son's telling her it ain't me. And she's kind of like, whatever, even to my son. And I was like, no, you might want to listen up to him. I got a little excited. I go, no, you might want to listen to him. And she's like, in order to 3D print something, You have
Most
it's like with
definitely does. And to hear this motherfucker act like he's smarter than everybody else, I just kind of shake my head at him, right? I don't speak that well, but I'm going to tell you right now, this motherfucker does not realize how stupid he fucking looks.
or something. And I was like, yeah. Anyways, my son says, well, yeah, with stem cells and shit like that, they do it that way. Like, eh. And so I can't remember what she said, but I got a little excited. It was like a good excited, right? I was like, hey, Joanna, if you don't believe this, hey, I got a video for you to watch. KFC went into business with a 3D printing place from Russia like 5 years ago. Do you think there's a chance that our chicken nuggets are fucking 3D printed? Want to take a look at the article from like 5 years ago on the news?
Oh, dude, just by the way he flips out on here that he caused that fucking wreck. He seen that shit coming and didn't try to avoid it. Because he thought he had that motherfucker built to the rights.
I don't know how it went bad. But she's like, why do you got to be so fucking dick about everything? And I'm like,
you don't know how it went bad because you're an asshole. You're a selfish fucking prick. That's why. Everything is about you. You play victim about every fucking thing.
How the fuck am I being
most definitely
trying to inform you? Your son informed you. I'm just trying to back his story up. Saying, hey, it is a possibility. Maybe that guy was a liar and not 3D printed. I don't fucking know.
All the time, Copper Top.
But
all the time.
Oh, yeah, it was an argument over it. And she's like, well, why do you have to start a fight about everything? And I was like, well, no, it shouldn't be a fight. It was just, hey, coming together and, hey, what are we eating?
Could you imagine how fucking bad the world would be if he actually got people to fucking follow him? If people started actually following him. That's why I don't encourage anybody to pet this motherfucker. Like that dude, Brian and shit, which I ain't seen him in the last couple of days. But I don't think they realize just how often the brain this motherfucker is.
But like, hey, can we have a conversation about it? But no, because
what's up, little man?
I bring
what's up, guy hard?
That you might have to look at, and you don't want to fucking do that. You'd rather instantly get angry with me,
Carl, because you've drove her fucking nuts, just like you have everybody around you. When everybody in your immediate life tells you the same fucking thing, don't you think maybe you ought to take a step back and, look in the fucking mirror? You goofy looking motherfucker. This motherfucker looks goofy as fuck to be 50 years old. I swear he does. Tattoo, what's happening, bro?
Vintage. I'm gonna be really honest because this one pissed me off. Fuck, pissed me off. Anytime I talked about that shot, any fucking time I brushed you, but I was gross. I was fucking ignorant. I was a fucking bottom feeding piece of fucking garbage to even fucking think such things. Then as time goes on, it was your decision that got it for us, Carl. What the fuck you worried about?
You stupid motherfucker. You're supposed to be the man of your house. I don't give a fuck what nobody else has got to say. When I say no about something around this motherfucker, that's what it is. Now, mama does run the ship around here, but I'm the goddamn captain. And when I say no about something, it is what it is. There's no fight about it. Other than that, yeah, see, I can't take a man like that. That's not what, but when he has the final say on serious shit, the man is the motherfucking protector of the household. If you can't protect your family, you ain't shit. Period.
It's done.
Maybe I'm just too
why
fucking old school.
You still on it, Carl? Well, hey, when you think you fucking didn't make the wrong choice, you want to make the people who fucking gave you a bad choice fucking pay the price, or not have the chance to fuck you
Yeah,
over
little
again.
man,
Like,
and
this-
nobody ain't arguing about it. And it's over with. 99% of the time, mama's in the driver's seat.
this is this world. If somebody could fucking poison it and no one fucking cares. It is fucking complete retard.
Mm.
Complete fucking retard.
And he
Complete.
knows good and well, Grizz, that drugs do it to him, and he will not fucking quit. Now, if you notice, if you look at Carl's hands now, they're not doo-doo stained.
Fucking, you don't pardon people unless they were involved in something. Joe Biden was involved with
No
fucking
shit,
the
Rusty.
fucking shot, just like Fauci. Fucking,
He wants somebody to blame it on. He just wants somebody to fucking blame it on. I can't do it, man. It's hard to watch this motherfucker for me. I swear it is. Even though I've been fucking with him for, I don't know, 6 months steady.
just fucking.
He doesn't
not
get
even
why.
poison us to fucking swirl pot us.
He's like the dog that you try to fucking house break, and when they shit in the house, you rub their nose in it and bust their ass and put it outside, and the motherfucker comes right back in every day and does the same shit, just shits in the fucking floor.
Because that did more damage. And fucking, oh man, it's hard living in this world now, Vintage. They say Christ consciousness is easy. It's not. It's fucking seeing shit for the way it is, and it's fucking gross, fucking disgusting. And you can't fucking handle it. That way you have to fucking move in Jesus. You have no fucking choice. You fucking gave yourself over to him, and then you're gonna fucking suffer till the end until you fucking get the job done for him. But I gotta go. I'm not doing good. I'm not doing good. I fucking hate this world. I fucking hate it. You so many ignorant fucking people. I fucking hate this ignorant, stupid motherfucking world that I'm forced to fucking live in, to be punished.
Then do it, you coward motherfucker. If you don't want to be here, do it. I don't think you got the nuts to fucking do it.
When I don't want to. Fuck, man. Go let the pedos, dumb motherfuckers. You fucking ignorant fucking cows. You stupid motherfuckers. Get your fucking shit together, you fuck. I fucking hate you. I hate this fucking place. Fuck, I hate it.
You made this motherfucker. You made your own bed, homie. You let your kids disrespect you. You didn't keep them in fucking line. You fucking bowed down and just let them do whatever the fuck it was that they wanted to do with no correction in life. And now all of a sudden you want a bunch of respect. You didn't respect them enough to keep them on the fucking straight and narrow. Just like he talks about that fucking baby being took. We all know why that baby was took. Your son was doing cocaine and fucking got busted. They never took a kid from you, motherfucker. You never had no rights to that kid. That's why they waited until he went to the fucking doctors with him. Because if it would have been in your care, they'd have come and got it out of your house. But they couldn't illegally enter your home because it wasn't your son's legal address or something. There's some kind of legal stipulation why they waited. But if you listen to this motherfucker, he's a straight victim, man. This warms your heart on a cold winter's day. You going to hell, little me, fucking with God's chosen one. I don't understand people like this. I really fucking don't, man. I mean, kids are going to be bad, right? But they're not generally fucking bad unless you let them be bad. If you raise them, kids only do what you train them to do. That's it. Blaming everybody else for your fucking failures in life, that's not it. Exactly, Copper Top. I've seen people that's been chosen by God, and they got a certain aura to them. We've all seen them, and they're always preaching the word. They helping folks. They not sitting around looking for somebody else to fucking do it for them. Carl's a lazy fuck. He sat in that chair so long, he got a spring in his ass. That's why he feels that way. old couch springs hitting him right in the fucking sphincter muscle. Let me see if I can fucking pull this shit up here. Yeah, no, kids just don't come rob you. You know what I mean? And I don't know, man. It's just hard to watch. Motherfucker 50 years old ain't gonna listen to what you got to say anyway. They're set in their fucking ways. That dude's he ain't even a low cow. That motherfucker's a goddamn a low calf. Like a decaf. No, lilme, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. But my thing is I just don't find nothing really funny about this motherfucker. It's hard to pick on him because I don't know, man. He's not somebody I would even talk to in fucking real life. You know what I'm saying? I'd just keep it pushing. I'd throw 50 cents at him so he'd go the fuck away. And he's right before there. You watch and see. Time and over with, he gonna be homeless. Soon as she gets dick down right the first time, and she's like, "Ooh, fuck him." First time she gets a nut, that motherfucker's out of there. Poor old Carl don't even see it coming. But any other man that's ever been through some shit in life knows it. Y'all ladies do too. Y'all know it. Yeah, no shit. Yeah, no. Look, dude, why do you think I bring it up? Where's your wife at? Is your wife on this weekend? You know what I'm doing. You ain't stupid. I'm trying to make him see it. But a motherfucker, man, that just steadily worried about Bill Gates and fucking this motherfucker and that motherfucker and not worried about his family falling apart. How in the fuck do you help that, man? God knows he's wired us all. Oh, for sure, Jen, for sure. Look, just about every fucking one of us has had something going in our life that's been rough as fuck. We ain't on here crying about that shit every day because that's not who defines who we are. We can get beat down by little stupid shit like that. It's just like fucking gobble nuts with that damn Tennessee Reaper boy. Tennessee Reaper talking about, I don't know why everybody hates me because I choose to support. I was like, bitch, only reason he says your name is he drags you into drama, but you already fucking know that. He drags you into drama so everybody will fucking say something about it so he can look at you to play the fucking victim. Enjoy the fucking ride. Jen, I don't even worry about it anymore. When shit happens, I just don't even worry about it. It's going to work itself out. It's going to be what it's going to be. I learned that a long fucking time ago. You could stress and worry about it till the fucking cows come home. It's not going to make it any better. Now, I mean, you have to set goals and strive towards them, but I ain't going to fucking freak out about it and stress out, you know? There's no point in it. Everything I got's paid for. If I need anything, I can get it. You know, it might not be new shit. I don't have new cars and all that shit. I tried that life and it was okay, but it ain't the peace that I got now. You got me fucked up. I was watching a thing this morning where they were talking about a door pan, and I know this ain't got nothing to do with it, but they was talking about a door handle on a car. You couldn't even buy them off anymore. You had to buy the whole door panel and all. It was $300 and something fucking dollars. I don't want that shit. And that's all you can do is live comfortably. Oh shit, here we go. No road call tonight. Unc done took his fucking compressor out back to his truck. Yeah, it was fucking crazy. Hey, Donna, how you doing? But what do you do for somebody like that, right? And a lot of people were mad at me about fucking with him. But it's like, no, motherfucker. He started that shit. He tries to blame it on Wade. But the only reason I even said anything to this numbnut motherfucker when he started that shit about Wade not having cancer. Oh, you heard it. You heard his feelings in the chat the other night. I don't know if you heard that shit or not, little me. But he said he wasn't watching, but he knew word for word what was being said. I was like, yeah, we know you watch, just like he's watching right now. Carl, you need to go jack off or something, man. Get in the shower, grab your old lady's conditioner, and go to town, homie. Do something, release some stress. You are fucking rotten. Yeah, track record line. No, absolutely not, straight shooter. I do not get that dude a view about nothing. About nothing. Anybody that's trying to fucking get through life by doing the very least and wants everybody to feel bad for him, well, that's a visual I didn't need. I'm sorry, Tattoo. Oh, shit. Something wrong with that motherfucker. You're absolutely right. Life can be as easy as you fucking make it. Little man, that's probably the closest thing he's going to get. Why can't you do music? This chat room's boring. Well, go do some fucking music, homie. Nobody gives a fuck what you want to do. Go stick your finger in your ass, as far as we give a fuck. Tattoo. I, I don't know, man. I doubt it. He was paralyzed from the fucking neck down. Yeah, no, Copper Top. I ain't watching nothing that dude fucking does. He's a goddamn bum. He just wants an easy life, and he wants to try to piss everybody off and say the most negative shit. They fucking play victim when you fuck with him. Just like the rest of these fucking cows. Anybody that sits home and lets their old lady fucking take care of them 24/7, what's he got to offer? Yeah, a lot of these bums online do. You're absolutely right about that. There's very few of these motherfuckers on here that actually got some kind of fucking something that you can learn something from. I watch and he hates me for it. You talking about Carl? It's hard to watch that motherfucker me. It really is. He just says the same shit over and over and over again. And I guess he thinks that none of us watch anything else on fucking YouTube. Like, none of us watch Candace Owens or none of that shit. No, little man. He didn't start reading the Bible until I called him out on fucking live on ADs. That's when he started reading them. No, he definitely puts out. And that's the one thing where I didn't want to fuck with him, Tattoo, because I was scared if I did fuck with him, he'd do it. But he's too much of a pussy to hurt anybody. He can't hurt his fucking self, much less alone anybody else. But he does them weird ass fucking dances. And listen, he wants to suck one. You could fucking look at him and tell that. He's fighting that. That's why he's so mad. Yeah, Jan, let me tell you, they trying to teach that boy a lesson. They definitely trying to teach Whistle and Diesel a lesson, but it's going to backfire on them. Oh yeah, most definitely, Lil Me. Most definitely, he has no idea what he's reading when he claims separation and shit like that. He doesn't have enough common sense to understand what the Bible's talking about to even be reading it. He ought to put it down. What he needs, what he ought. If I was Carl, which thank God I'm fucking not, I would go sit in the back of that church and shut my fucking mouth and just pray to God that something came to me where I kind of understood what was going on. John Wayne. Grizz, my thing with that is though is I don't know how in the fuck they charging for that. He had a goddamn business, supposedly where he had it registered. People, politicians and or not politicians, but people that buy them cars, supposedly, and over $20,000, they're looking for a reason to put him on the hook. Trump's trying to get the fucking economy freed up. I don't think people realize that. But I'm going to tell you right now, all of them motherfuckers are crooked. Every one of them, they all about a dollar. Yeah, I'm sorry if I let y'all down tonight, because I damn sure was going to fucking try to play Carl, but I couldn't fucking do it. He's so fucking ignorant. Let's see, I'll find something to put on here, though, that we can bullshit with. God damn it, dog. Fuck. We'll skip through most of this introduction.
Speaking about a coast to coast flight. Later on in this same interview,
so I don't know if any of y'all seen this, but Tucker Carlson kind of verified that shit about them Egyptian flights following Erica, which is kind of fucking crazy. I don't know what to believe about this shit, but just like Tim Pool, saying that Candace was wrong for talking about this shit and she's burning all Charlie's shit down. I don't think that's necessarily what the fuck's going on here. Anybody that is of age and has watched the shit that's went on with JFK, nobody believes that Lee Harvey Oswald did that shit by himself. You have to ask yourself in that situation why Jack Ruby did that to him so quick. And that man died within a year. Now, it wasn't until about last year that I kind of really started looking at JFK shit. Eismick had showed me some stuff, and I was like, fuck, you right. Then when I watched, and I don't know the truth behind it, but why have they held all the shit back so long? That there's a fucking red flag in itself. If there's nothing to hide, put the shit all the way out. Don't redact nothing, put it out. What you talking about, Candace?
he launches into a strong defense of Turning Point USA employees who have, just as a matter of fact, told many lies, many inconsistencies. These are verified.
Well, she was doing it in a way, Bill Gates did it. She was doing it in a way where she was asking questions, though, Grizz, is the thing. And listen, if you're going to call her the devil for asking questions, you have to call fucking every goddamn investigator that's ever investigated a crime the devil, because that's what they do. That's how they get to the bottom of shit. Not, they have to ask the hard questions. Not saying that she's going to solve it from behind her fucking computer screen, but there's people that's coming forward and telling her stuff, and they're putting shit together that don't look right. Just like all the fucking damn tax audits and shit from Turning Point. You have to look at all that. That shit was crazy. I get that, but you have to ask why.
Viable.
So
they are currently lying to the public, or they have lied to the public.
InfoWarriors. I listened to that shit talking about the dude was in Nashville. I listened to her.
But she is going to deliver quite an impassioned defense regarding these particular individuals and the organization as a whole. And I want you to hear her passion. Take a listen.
What are they taking from you right now?
Nothing. But I will tell you what they are doing. It reminds me so much of chapter 6 in the book of Nehemiah. He is building a wall, and the townspeople are at the base of that hill saying, Nehemiah, calling him all these names, saying all these things, come on down. Every single time he had the same message 4 times in a row. I cannot come down. I am busy building. That is how I feel. I do not have time to address the noise. My silence does not mean that I am complacent. My silence does not mean that somehow Turning Point USA and all of the handpicked staff that loved my husband and my husband loved them is somehow in on it. We are busy building. And you know what I thought? I thought these people are human. We are all grieving in our own way. And they are trying to find the answer to something that happened that was so evil. They are trying so hard. And I get that. We're doing the same. Anytime we hear a lead or anytime we hear anything, we send it to the authorities. Please dig into this. No rock will be unturned. I want justice for my husband, for myself, for my family, more than anyone else out there. So for me, you want to keep telling me to come down while we're building? I don't have time for that. But here's my breaking point on that. Come after me, call me names, I don't care. Call me what you want, go down that rabbit hole, whatever. But when you go after my family, my Turning Point USA family, my Charlie Kirk Show family, when you go after the people that I love, and you're making hundreds and thousands of dollars every single episode going after the people that I love.
But sure, that's fine. I mean, obviously, you're also allowed to be a person if that's the homie and that's what you want to do. Sure. But we are indeed speaking about a coast-to-coast flight to stand up to next to somebody and basically say, Charlie loved you. That was like the whatever 15-second speech that she gave, right? Here's actually, we have a clip of that speech that she gave.
Well, he was also very good friends with a guy named Charlie. We just knew him as Charlie. And his wife, who we love so much, is here with us. And maybe, you know how close they were together. Maybe, Erica, you could say a couple of words, please.
Honored to, sir. Charlie loved you. It's hard not to get emotional because I know that he would have been the first phone call when he found out that you were going to be taking this position. And the way that I was able to witness the two of you work together for years.
Hey, let me ask y'all something, especially you older ones like you, Copper Top. Do you remember Lyndon Johnson making them swear him in on the runway in Dallas that day with JFK's body in the plane? Why was it such a big fucking deal for him to be swore in right then? Which I know there's nothing that we can change about it. To me, that just didn't sit right because he was still in charge anyway. He was the vice fucking president. What he said went. He was in charge of the country right then. Why did it have to be immediately? Why couldn't he wait to get back to Washington to have a regular ceremony? That shit did not sit right with me. And then you look at the pictures and you see Jackie Kennedy standing there next to Lyndon Johnson and his wife with JFK's fucking blood on him.
And to
this shit reminds me so much of JFK that it's not even fucking funny.
Absolutely humbling to witness, and I am so proud of you. And Charlie is going to be with you every single day in spirit, and I will be praying for you every day because I know that this is just the beginning of an incredible opportunity for you. And sir, thank you for allowing Sergio to have this beautiful moment.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Darrell.
That's just an ambassador to India swearing in ceremony. Again, if that's your friend, you want to be there, that makes sense. She's also a person, and she can decide what she wants to do there. But the point that I'm making is that's a coastal flight that she made to be there to watch a paper get signed. She has also made time for an upcoming CBS News town hall sit down with Barry Weiss, which was filmed today. So Erica Kirk has time. She has time. It is just what she means to say, not her priority, which is you are allowed to prioritize things in your own life. But this is not a matter of time constraint. It is not her priority to respond to the majority, actually. The majority of people think of this as BS. The majority of people think Turning Point is acting suspicious. And she does not feel that it is what she wants to do as a matter of priority.
Well, listen, Trump promised he was going to drain the swamp. And I hate it when you see all these stupid fucking kids on here just talking shit about shit that they have no idea what they're talking about. They're just trying to get people revved up. That man ain't no fucking idiot. He's got to do things in a certain way.
Already responding. Okay, that's fine. Now, to that point that people are making hundreds and thousands of dollars, I just don't get how there's not someone on this very large PR team, as we're seeing these PR campaigns go out, that doesn't go, hey, maybe we should strike that. They made $40 million like 2 nights ago at Mar-a-Lago. Maybe that feels kind of a little bit like let them eat cake-ish. Oh, and we've made more than separately from Mar-a-Lago. Turning Point USA, since Charlie was killed, just so you guys know, this is a fact, has made more than $100 million. That is separate from the $40 million they made at Mar-a-Lago the other night. So since Charlie has died, that organization has taken in $140 million. But gosh darn you people that are making hundreds of dollars every day on YouTube talking about Charlie Kirk's assassination and the BS narrative that is being fed and the very obvious psychological operation that is being employed to make you accept the BS that they are trying to sell to us. Gosh darn you. Did you make $1,000 today? Speaking about Charlie Kirk, well, you should be ashamed of yourself, says Turning Point USA, who in large part made that money because of those very people who gave to the organization immediately following Charlie Kirk's assassination. And the thing that is especially absurd about that is trying to almost like, I want to be clear that Turning Point USA is my family. The Charlie Kirk show is my family. She's just expanding the wings of people.
Why is a motherfucker requesting my location? What the fuck, man?
People that we're not allowed to critique because they're in the family. If you
Somebody
call them
got
fan,
my
you
phone
can't
number.
critique them, right?
Oh,
I'm sorry. We actually are showing a clip of Rob McCoy defending a pedophile or trying to launder the reputation of that's fam. That's the CK show fam. Oh, I'm sorry. We are actually pointing to the fact that we know for certain that this person in your organization is sexual deviant. That's fam. Don't you get me upset. I know that this is a now $150 million in the last 3-month organization, and we employ tons of people, but you can't critique. You can't critique the fam. And I hate to say this, but I'm going to be very clear here. This is why there are many people who do not believe that women are equipped to lead companies, because what you are watching here is an unbelievably emotional response that is absent of any logic, okay? If you really care about your team, answer the questions, okay? Just demystify the entire event. Come out, sit down, answer the questions so people don't think Turning Point USA looks so suspicious. Don't try to mom the organization and say, well, mother's upset because people are coming after her kids and all of this multi-million-dollar subsidiaries. That's my children, okay? The multi-million-dollar subsidiaries, Turning Point, like Turning Point Action, all that, those are my kids, so you can't critique them. Not a good idea, okay? It may work in PR world. You guys, I know how it's an obvious PR campaign. It's never been more obvious of a psychological operation. I actually wish they would put me on payroll so I could help them make these things look more organic. than having every single person that has been telling us to stop asking questions all make the exact same video within 4 seconds of each other, being like,
It's been a long time since I made the paper rusty.
whoa, Erica Kirk shuts down no, she didn't even respond to one of the conspiracies. She gave us emotion. She gave us emotion. She said, I'm a mother, I am a wife, and we never asked about whether she was mother or wife. We want to know if she is a CEO and a chairman. And a CEO and a chairman has to compartmentalize. A CEO and a chairman cannot respond to valid questions and critiques about finances, about shady actions that are being taken by people that require presidential pardons, people that are meaningfully asking why we are not getting a clear answer of what took place on September 10th. A CEO, okay, does not get to respond and say, that's my family.
I love this lady's fire.
Okay.
That's
the energy of what I would expect from a mother speaking to a teacher, which I was this mom. Like, that's my kid. Okay. And I'll shut this down right now. That's my child. This is not a child. Turning Point USA is an organization. And Erica already had an uphill battle to climb, like that. She had to climb this because, by the way, just because if this was Goldman Sachs and the president of Goldman Sachs or managing director over at Goldman Sachs died in a horrifically violent way, the Goldman Sachs family might mourn for a couple of months, but they would have instantly had someone to replace that individual. And beyond that, they would have never accepted
what's up?
The public and the people that
I've heard people saying that they didn't think Charlie died, and I'm like, wait a minute now. They got Tyler Robinson in fucking jail. You really don't believe that there's a body? I mean, come on now.
are investing money. They would have never
But supposedly they still ain't buried him.
accepted, well, he's gone, but here's his wife. She already had a hill to climb here, right? Like, this does not make you qualified because you love someone to take on their job. I am not qualified to do what my husband does. That's why I said I wouldn't want to be the CEO and the chairman of a company. Actually, there's a great clip of Jordan Peterson asking that very question. Like, why do women want to be? Like, why would you want to have? It's actually a lot of work and it's very stressful and it's a lot of numbers and you're crunching numbers and you have to be everywhere. Okay. If you want that, great. If you built the company and you're in the room, like Charlie Kirk did.
What did they bring forward, Jen?
And you have proven to the public, like, hey, I built this company. I didn't even go to college and I've been doing this for over a decade, as Charlie Kirk did. You've earned that street cred. Okay. So she already had a hill to climb because now they're saying, well, this is his wife. And so, that's it. Well, now you're going to have to prove that you have the ability to be a CEO and a chairman and not just a wife who we expect emotion from. And you're rightful in that capacity. You are rightful to have emotion. You are rightful to be the aggrieved widow, but you don't get to just be widowed into the position of chairman and CEO. You don't get to respond to, well, in this case, investors, donors who have given money and are asking meaningful questions with, no, you don't get replies right now because this is the Charlie Kirk show, fam. Doesn't work this way. Okay. And the broader point removed from Erica, which a lot of these mockingbird influencers seem to be making, is essentially they're saying to us that scientific inquiry and investigation in and of itself is now patently wrong, right? Essentially,
if I wasn't married, I'd let her talk into my mic.
Don't believe your own instincts. Don't believe your own eyes. Don't ask any questions. And I really want to stress to you guys how utterly ridiculous that logic is, right? Because if we follow that logic in any other situation, there would never be a crime solved ever. Okay. If we just ascribe to the idea that scientific investigation is on its face wrong, it would not work. I'll give you a crappy analogy here, but imagine if there's like some young mother and she dies suddenly in the middle of the night, presumably in the middle of the night, and her husband is the first one to report it in the morning, and the cops show up who happen to be his buddies. They get there, and then they dramatically close the case in 48 hours. And neighbors are like, wait a minute. Excuse me, officers. Actually, you might want to know some other facts here about this guy. Like, he's in the mafia. These people would be like, how dare you question the people closest to, he loved her. That's his wife. Being a gang member.
Now, hey, like I said, I'm old fashioned. She'd have to be able to rattle them fucking pans though. It couldn't just be all, show and no go.
member is not evidence. Why are you saying he's a gang member? It's not evidence. You get another nosy neighbor who produces evidence that in the middle of the night before she died, they saw the guy outside, the husband outside, removing cameras in the front yard. That's not evidence. Yeah, but I saw him go out in the middle. He put something in his car in the trunk. He was looking shady. That's not evidence. How dare you find that to be suspicious? More nosy neighbors start discussing, and they were like, hey, we heard them. They were having actually a heated argument before she was found dead. I think it was about money. All of a sudden, the next thing you know, that Alice Stuckey from the HOA, she blasts out an email and she says, it's unbiblical. It's unbiblical to gossip. Hearing an argument is not hard evidence. You have no right to discuss it. Yeah, we're the nosy neighbors, okay? We put together a list of 20 verifiable lies that have been told in the weeks following this sudden death event. And yeah, we have some questions. So we're not going to accept Tim Pool jumping on the airwaves with big estrogen energy telling us we're evil because we have like school board elections next Thursday. We're the nosy neighbors. We don't care about the elections coming up. We want to know whether or not we are in bed with people who are capable of murder, people that are capable of covering up murders. Actually, we, the nosy neighbors, feel a little bit less safe in this neighborhood until we know whether or not there are some psychopathic killers in our midst. How about that? That's how I feel. I think that's how a lot of people feel right now. So I want to express that. And this psychological campaign filled with emotional manipulation and how dare you and the agree.
About 2 fucking McDoubles today. I haven't eaten McDonald's in years. And when I got to the window, it was like $8.50. I was like, for McDoubles, 2 fucking, you got the right order? They're like, yeah. I was like, holy shit. Needless to say, I won't go back to that motherfucker no more.
Widow speaks, and so you're not allowed to question a $150 million organization.
Oh, no.
No, I reject it. I reject that 100%. Which is why I will say it has arrived as a blast of fresh air that on this very same day, Tucker Carlson is standing up to the nonsense.
No, 3, 2, 1. Anybody who buys the narrative that they pushed out about JFK needs to go back and actually watch some shit. You know what I'm saying? No. When you had the doctors from Parkland Hospital saying, no, he was shot from the front and they blow the back of his head off. Yeah, no.
And he's not speaking about Erica, obviously. He is friends with Erica. But just the nonsense of what the FBI is saying, he's wading in and saying, yeah, the FBI is not being clear in what happened. And I have questions because, and I think it feels like a blast of fresh air, because and I know many people at home are seeing all of these people that we followed and we thought that they were heroes. And suddenly this assassination has exposed them all to be frauds. You know, like for the right price, they will join Operation Mockingbird. For me personally, that is how I feel, okay? Like people in the military that I thought were forthright, people that were journalists that I thought were forthright. I just am so let down. And I don't think I would have been able to handle if Tucker Carlson was among those people. You need hard evidence. As if the killer's going to walk in and be like, okay, here's how I did it, okay? I'm going to give you the hard evidence. I was here, there. Like, what? Instead, Tucker Carlson is coming out and he is blasting the corporate and the Fed narrative with common sense. He joined Theo Vaughn, and here is what he had to say. Take a listen.
I don't understand the official story at all.
Of his assassination?
I don't understand it, and I want to make sure that there is a truly rigorous and honest federal investigation of it, and I'm definitely concerned about that. A, B, I think that I don't know many of the details, but I know that recently Candace said that Egyptian registered aircraft were following Erica Kirk, Charlie's widow, around for a number of years in different places in the world. That's one of the weirdest things I've ever heard, and I just want to say that is factually true.
You hear
that's true. So that's like the one data point that I happen to know is true. What does that mean? I have literally no idea. I can't even guess, but that's very, very strange.
And what is Egyptian?
I thought you was
aircraft from Egypt? Who knows?
I think that they were registered
I thought you
in Egypt.
Got it.
And So, but that fact is true. So that enough, and it also her claim.
No, that's why I say, Grizz, I think she's on to something. And there's so many people in the military and different higher up organizations that's talking to her and leading her down this road because they know something's not right. A lot of people got fucking consciences. I know a lot of folks like to think that everybody's all fucked up that's in the government, but there's people that quit their job and shit just because they see shit that they can't stomach.
Claim that, there were kind of a disproportionately large number of foreign registered cell phones at the event. That's
why when I seen that little faggots video about calling her evil and all that shit, I thought to myself, well, wait a minute, you fuck. You mean to tell me every detective in the world is fucking evil? Because they all do the same shit.
So true. So what does that add up to? I don't know, but it means that, the FBI has a moral and legal obligation to look in every direction and to be open-minded as you would in any
We'll be right back, y'all.
Investigation, in journalism and science. It's all the same process. I don't know the answer. And I'm going to sift through everything as open-mindedly as I can, as honestly as I can, to get to what the truth is. That's science, that's law enforcement, that's journalism. It's all the same. That's justice. And I just want to make sure that is happening. And I just don't have a ton of confidence in the FBI or the men who run it. And I'm not saying that out of ignorance at all.
That's a scary part too.
I'm not alleging anything. I'm just saying I think it's really important that we have that.
That is what authenticity sounds like. And that's what we're doing here. We are investigating, right? Sometimes you get something wrong, you correct it. But I was right about the Egyptian planes. And when you hear Tucker Carlson say that he is confirming that part is true, what I take from that, Tucker Carlson has been very clear. He grew up with CIA agents, okay? This is a guy who grew up in Virginia. His father, he learned after his father died, he thought he was just working with the CIA. No, his father was on the payroll of the CIA. So Tucker's friends are in the state. So you should take it as a concrete fact that there's something up with these Egyptian planes, and they were in fact following around Charlie, and they were following around Erica, as I told you. And that means people in the NSA, the CIA, are confirming that is real. And yet, just last week, what we got from Blake Neff, and I know he's untouchable, he's in the fam, but I'm going to go ahead and touch that and say, like, this is not okay, the vibe is not right, is making a mockery of it. That is what we mean when we say none of this is passing the vibe check with Turning Point USA. There's no clear answers. There's mockery, there's laughter, but there's no clear answers. And the mockery and the laughter is not.
Grizz, let me ask you this. Do you know that in Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, and JFK, do you know what they all have in common?
Working. Neither is this idea that, well, now the widow has spoken. We're not dealing with the widow. We want the CEO and the chairman of Turning Point USA to answer. Okay? If you can't compartmentalize, then I don't see how you're going to be able to lead this organization in the future, because Charlie worked. We knew who Charlie was because he was authentic. Okay. He didn't just go, well, I only make time for like big
CIA
pocket donors.
Every one of them.
Okay. He was sitting college campuses. He was speaking to people, understanding people. He was changing his ideas, and he was changing minds. And you are not changing my mind about the fact that something weird happened that day and that TPUSA is acting funny because you give it an impassioned plea and speak about Nehemiah on Fox News. Okay? None of it makes any sense. Anyways, Tucker then goes on and states the obvious predicament further, which is that we just don't have any faith in the government. Take a listen to him discussing some of these lingering questions.
Here's what I am concerned about. A lot of things. One, he acted alone. Tell me how that worked. I don't, none of us really act alone.
It's hard to go anywhere by yourself too.
Thank you. Exactly. He acted totally alone. Okay. You're going to have to prove that to me. It's totally possible. Anything is possible. Weird things have happened. We'll continue to. But that's not my default assumption, and it shouldn't be yours. And their default assumption was we acted alone. Really? Why do you think that? What about life suggests that people typically act alone? When was the last time you acted alone in anything? I don't go, right? So A. B, we know that people had foreknowledge of this because they posted about it on X. and said Charlie Kirk is going to be killed on this date, and he was.
Is that true?
Yes, it's true.
But were they just guessing? Was it a guessing thing where every
It's
day
like
they
when he
posted that?
maybe. Have those people been interviewed? Have they been hauled into FBI HQ and had a long conversation with how they knew that? Like, let's get really specific. Why did you post that?
Yeah,
Who
I
have
don't
you talked to? Like, if I were
listen. See, I've been saying that the whole time. This kid ain't acted alone. Anybody that thinks he's acted alone needs to really look more farther into it. But there's shit that we'll never know. No matter what the outcome of this shit is, there's facts about this stuff that we'll never fucking know. To me, I'm just curious about it.
doing this investigation because I spent my whole life called journalism. Like, what do we know is true? How do we find out? Call everybody, be open-minded. It's like it's the same process. If I was doing this investigation, they would be at the very top of the list. Tell me how this guy who seemed normal became a radical trans furry murderer. It's not enough to tell me, oh, trans. I'm not pro-trans, by the way.
But was that the guy or his boyfriend?
Well, exactly right. Tell me how this guy became so radicalized that he murdered a stranger. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm saying I want an explanation for how it happened. Why wouldn't I?
I agree.
Oh, we can't talk about that because it'll, prejudice the jury pool. Really, you've told the world that you have both a confession from him in his text to his boyfriend and the murder weapon with his fingerprints on it. I think you got a pretty solid case. So why is it so difficult to just explain? So I have said from the beginning, if you don't like what Candace Owens is saying, why don't you call her and offer a more plausible explanation for what happened? Oh, she's bad. She's bad. Okay. I mean, I like her a lot. I don't think she's bad, but I love her actually. But let's just stipulate she's bad. But why wouldn't you do that? Because
I don't agree with some of the stuff that the rabbit hole she goes down, but
I don't even know.
But I like the fact that she likes to dig in the garden,
Theo, we are in this garden, okay? And we're not getting out of this garden with the Fed slop narrative. We're just not getting out of the garden with trying to.
Info, what is that they call that shit where like they was known to brainwash people and make them do that shit?
To emotionally manipulate us and say, it's not, this feels like COVID, right? It's not like COVID-19. It's like Candace 19. It's another fake, it's a fake virus. Like, oh, you got infected. You just can't do it. 6 feet social distancing from Candace Owens.
Oh, shit.
We're going to get every influencer on social media. 6 feet social distancing. Save lives. What are you, a grandma killer? What you
they got a name. Yeah. MK Ultra. Exactly. And they proven that shit. And when you say something like that to most folks, they look at you like they're fucking crazy. And the thing about it is you look at all these ones, even the one with fucking Trump, that kid went off the radar. I watched that shit with Tucker Carlson about the social media shit. FBI says he didn't have no social media, which is bullshit. Tuck and them sure enough found it.
Like, what? And then Tim's all fired up and she's a C-word.
Like the rest, all of us was, bro. That's not normal. They did that on purpose, bro. I honestly, deep down in my soul, feel there was a reason for it to be on 910. I don't know what it is, but there's a reason for it.
People are gonna die if you don't get this vaccine. And I'm like, I feel like maybe the government's not telling us the truth. We're right back to that, but it's Candace 19. It's Candace 19. That's what it is. And they think that maybe if they put the little 6 feet social distancing pads in the grocery store, that the PSYOP will win and make us believe that this is like common sense is the virus.
Oh, I guarantee you they do.
I'm the common sense virus.
Info, if they can use that shit to get people to do what they want them to do. Look, they talked about that shit online. They fucking knew. You can't say anything like that online without the FBI getting a hold of it and knowing what you're doing. They fucking knew. They let people, yeah. You'll never convince me that they couldn't have stopped it.
It's coming around. It's
You're
so
talking
evil.
about it on X. I mean,
stay at home, wear a mask, save lives.
At
You don't want to
least
catch
they
it. You
should
don't want to catch the
investigate it.
common sense, you guys. You don't want to catch it. Anyways, I dare. I'm sorry, I dare. And I have been very careful because I wasn't sure.
Listen, just like Temple the other day, talking about her not having a security and putting that out loud, the layout of what she had for protection and shit was a fucking setup.
Or what direction she was going to go. If she was like, I was like, look, she's got a whole business that she's got to figure out. There's a lot of people in her ear. Maybe they like did this transition too quickly, and she's just like keeping her head. Like, no, what she's saying is,
Well, man, I like a little bit of crazy
and
though, bro. What's
so
up,
no
hillbilly?
from me, but you know me. I'm just out here saying what needs to be said. We'll be right back after a brief message from our sponsors. All right, you guys, when they doubled down on abortion, we know that we have to double down. Instead, she's going to tell us on Saturday that she wasn't on the planes. I never said you were on the planes. Why would I think you were on the Egyptian planes? I don't like. Well, that would be. I don't think that you took off and went to Wilmington, Delaware. I know you didn't go to Wilmington, Delaware.
I
on day
agree
of Charlie
with
Kirk's
you,
assassination.
Pat,
I find
100%.
that
How you doing,
answer
sir?
to be lacking. Okay, that is weird to me. It's a weird answer to give. And by the way, you can fly when you're pregnant. Even if you were on the Egyptian plane, that's a possibility when you're pregnant. So I don't understand that part at all. Two, when Barry asked her about the conspiracy.
Hey, so let me ask some of y'all this. You remember when it first came out about the planes and the transponders being turned off and all that shit, right? That everybody got, oh, y'all are fucking crazy, yada yada. Now we find out no, they were planes that were chasing them.
Conspiracies and what she had to say to those saying them. Erica said, stop.
Mama, how you doing, baby?
No. Three, not about Candace, but she talked about Israel and said good things about Jews and how TPUSA is having Shabbat dinner.
I know the holidays got to be hard on you.
Before we went live at AmFest. Okay. Okay. You guys, I want you to know, in addition to the fact that Charlie, in the last couple of days, wanted people to know that Mikey is fantastic and supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, and he had this whole vision, and that Rob McCoy was his favorite pastor, and that you should buy Josh Hammer's book.
Let me say this. All right, so whenever they take a competency test, however the fuck you say it, test, it's an answer. You answer questions, right? And they figure out where your mind state is. Now they've got it where they can do that shit right from the internet just by having a conversation with you. They know how to pick these motherfuckers. You'll never convince me that they don't. They use technology like that for their benefit. And just like with the one with Trump, they wanted to give that, they gave that little fucking kid $3 million on an offshore account, right? You never hear anything else about it. None of that shit. Nothing in the news, nothing. Why?
Also want you to know to just be a Jew.
Yeah, I believe that too. 3, 2, 1. They wanted people.
We get it. Those were his last words. Okay, we get it. Just like, okay.
And people that watch that shit over and over again, like fucking Martin, that shit was sad, man. I seen that shit. I turned that shit off.
Anyways, moving on from that. I want to say to the 39 bajillion of you who were in the military who emailed us to let me know that I misspoke yesterday. Okay, I even said to you ahead of time, I said, I don't know military vernacular. I don't know these terms. It's like another language. And you guys are not aware of yourselves. Okay, so you critiqued me for saying E4, E3 when I should have said 06. I'm jotting down these notes. I'm having a conversation. I'm trying to fact check things. And for me, I was focusing on the timeline of where he was. I was like getting all of the proof from our military guy who was there for this meeting on September 9th and it's also on September 8th as well. I misspeak.
No, Rusty, I truly agree. That's why
you guys basically speak Japanese. You don't.
I'm trying very hard to convince my son to become a game warden.
Realize you do, but you do. You speak Japanese. And I said E4, E3, and I went back and I checked the notes, and actually he said 06s. Thank you. Thank you for your 26 billion emails to let me know that I don't know ish about the military. Okay, it was a human error. I made it very clear that I am ignorant when it comes to the military. I will own that. And so please just be nice to me sometimes, where it's a lot of information, a lot of researching. And I just wanted to confirm.
I'm down south, girl. I'll be nice to you.
He said he was, and take those notes. But no, he did not. He was very clear. I checked the notes that he said 06. I think I made the mistake when I transferred my notes because he said colonels or captains. Then I Googled it and then I edited it thinking that maybe I heard him wrong. It was over a 1-hour phone call. Anyways, regarding him, for those of you guys that emailed us, I told you you can trust that we are not just taking a thumbs up from someone. There's a lot of research that goes into all of these things, and we were able to confirm everything he said was real. He gave us his card that he swiped onto the base, and now, because you guys sent so many emails, and actually people who were on that base in Arizona,
That might be a good
the
thing. Deb.
Huachuca base in Arizona, adding further credence to his claim, is we've been able to since verify 2 more things from other people that are currently stationed there. First and foremost, I should tell you, we have a positive ID on Captain Neff. He was not sure what Captain Neff's first name was. It was, in fact, Adam.
Well, man, it's the best of all, right? You're protecting defenseless animals. Like one day you might be in a boat, one day you might be in an airplane, a 4-wheeler. There's just different versions, you know? And I tried to explain to him it wouldn't be born and he'd be doing a good deed. He'd be protecting stuff it can't protect herself.
Neff, and I'm sure captains have different names, but Adam Neff of the 10th Mountain Division is the individual. I sent picture options to him as your emails were coming in, and then someone said Adam Neff. I sent it, and he confirmed that that is the correct person. There were several, obviously, but Adam Neff was leading the interrogation of him, and it checks out because
what the fuck was you doing wrong, Rusty?
From New York. Also, we have
was you trying to be like Osmic, be a pimp? Was you trying to pull his old lady?
Now confirmed, and this is exciting because we got a lot of emails going, oh, like if this was really this like meeting, people wouldn't have known it was taking place. They would have used a empty building or something like that. Well, guess what? We have confirmed from people currently stationed on the base that JTF is indeed using a building. I'm not going to name the building. I know the exact one, because I don't want to, accidentally violate national security. But effectively, they are borrowing a building. So it's effectively unmarked in that sense. And that building has been turned into, please forgive me if I get this wrong, but I'm reading it direct from the email, SCIF, which stands for a sensitive, compartmented information.
I think he's joking about PBR.
Facility, okay? So
PBR got mad because the game warden wouldn't let PBR's boyfriend couldn't fucking put his shirt on.
They have since added barbed wire around that facility for additional security. Cell phones and other electronics are not allowed. This is where he saw the meeting, by the way. Unless they are government issued, they are not allowed in that building. And it requires top clearance to be granted access into that building. Again, we have now verified this outside of this individual who was definitively telling the truth. He sent me so much documentation that it was like I could have showed you everything. His old passport, his new passport, his military ID card, hotels, it's books, times, text messages, phone call logs with his wife. It just really is a circumstance that this man has either the worst or the best luck ever when it comes to him sort of stumbling upon military operations, right? First, he finds this cartel tunnel when he's 20. Now we fast forward, he's 56, and he just was getting some coffee and someone.
Imagine that. You go to work for the military. You're working the border. You find the fucking cartel's fucking drug tunnel, and they fuck you over it.
One's like, that's the old boys are getting back together. This unmarked building, and he stumbles in there. It also, by the way, does provide an explanation for why they panicked when he just walked in there, because they were like, he should not have known that this building was here. They didn't buy his excuse.
He'll be back in
7 hours later. They allowed him to leave, or Captain Neff allowed him to leave. Now we can also give you some more information that gets really interesting. Okay. Remember, Harry, who told me that seeing that many, I hope it's 06. Is it 06? Do not email me. Okay. He said it is not common unless, and he specifically said there were some high ranking congressional member or someone close to the president, like the vice president. Well, we received another tip that makes things especially compelling. So I'm going to just read you this email in its entirety. We have fact checked it. It is true. Trust us to fact check stuff, by the way. By the way, guys, we would not just randomly be like, thumbs up. We're just going to go with that. This person writes, I just wanted to bring to your attention that on September 8th, that's when he says that he saw some funny business, 2025, a U.S. government plane, a special air mission plane, caught my eye. This is what I found about that particular plane that is based out of Andrews Air Force Base, shown as Camp Springs below. U.S. Air Force C-37A Gulfstream is Gulfstream 5 is a VIP jet, part of a unit that caters to senior members of the executive branch and Congress. Plane number is 99-0404, as you'll see on the screenshot below. On September 7th, the plane flew from Andrews to Colorado Springs. On September 8th, it flew from Colorado Springs to Tucson. Then 5 hours later from Tucson, and then the transponder appears to be turned off. However, at 12:31 p.m. on September 9th, it flies from Fort Huachuca to El Paso, and then El Paso back to St. Andrews. Now, why is that interesting? Okay, because that means the timeline that he gave us is exactly right. This meeting took place early in the morning. I think it was 7:37 where all this happened. And then he said he assumed it was like a high-ranking congressional person or somebody that potentially could be in the cabinet. This guy is saying that's what that plane is used for. And he also brings in El Paso. Remember, El Paso, Texas is where all those weird flights were coming from on the day of Charlie Kirk's assassination. So that is extremely compelling. And like I said, having spoken to this individual who is planning to come out and do podcasts and speak about that, he's trying to figure it out, which I'm going to help him with this weekend to figure out whose show he can go on and speak more. It's lining up. Like this is actually tracking. I had a sense when I spoke to him that his memory could be trusted. Okay. He was very forthright. He was very honest. I mean, he was so honest that he was like, when I said, oh, is it maybe this, Captain Neff? He was like, ma'am, like, I don't want to give you any information that's wrong. I would put that at about maybe 60 to 65% that it could be this person, until I gave him the correct Neff. And he was like, 100%, that's the guy that questioned me. So I trust him. And by the way, his heart exploded when I told him about all the emails of people that were in the military currently that were very moved by his story. People who have had the experience of doing the right thing in the military and being treated as though they did something wrong for doing their job and serving the American people. Everybody knows there's corruption everywhere, especially up atop. And to all the service members that sent those emails, I want you to know that he said he was close to tears, and he was just on his knees, him and his wife, just thanking God, because they never thought their story was ever going to come out about what happened to him when he was 20. And that is just something that is really, that's why I said there's so much God in this, because like he either has the best or worst luck, but he just happens to be in the wrong place at the right time, maybe in the right place at the wrong time. Who knows? History will tell us. Continuing the rest of that email from the person who gave us that tip about this plane, he concludes it by saying, this is the only time that I have noticed that this plane was in Fort Huachuca. If your contact that you mentioned yesterday saw this group of men in the morning, it could line up well with what this aircraft leaving at 11:43 a.m. on the 9th. From other searches I've done, it appears that Pam Bondi flew on this plane approximately 5 months ago from Tampa area back to DC. I am looking into other flights. Please be safe and God bless. Guys, we have a clue. And we should keep going with that. I don't know. I when he contacted me, it was the way I told you. It went about me praying and then suddenly I get this email. I speak to him and he's like so credible and just gives everything. I think we need to keep prodding this narrative of what happened and what he said that he saw. And he described it as a meeting that when the operation is being finalized, a finalization meeting. And he seems like he knows what he's speaking about. So that's what I have for you guys today. Oh, wait, there's also something else about that plane. I got to bring in Mark to mansplain it. I'll just bring you on, Mark. I'm not even going to tee you up there. Just come on.
Thank you. Great introduction. So I was looking at the logs for that flight, and the flights in question are towards the center of the screen. You can see it goes from Tucson. The transponder goes dark. That's what that that dash means there. But what really stood out to me were the call signs, which are basically the fourth column from the left. So you can see it's using RCH, which is reach. That's a standard Air Force call sign designator. But when someone important is on the plane, it switches their call sign to SAM, which stands, as you said, for Special Air Mission, which is typically reserved for people like the vice president, cabinet secretaries, senior officials of the executive branch, congressional delegations, and other senior political leaders. So what that tells me is the call sign from Tucson to Fort Huachuca is a standard reach. Everything before that is as well. But once it gets to Fort Huachuca and takes off, it switches to SAM. So that tells me they picked up someone of that stature in Fort Huachuca. And then just to avoid confusion, the Venus call sign is just when the plane is empty, it doesn't have anyone on it.
It's actually very, very helpful. And I think, like I said, there's something here. There is definitely something here. And I do believe that God put that man again. He has the worst luck. Our guy, Harry, has the worst luck down, or the best luck down in Fort Huachuca. But I'm certainly glad he was there. So you'll definitely be hearing from him directly. I would assume next week I'm going to help him figure things out. He's like, I don't know how to work these podcasts and computers and how to get my message out there. We will definitely assist. We'll take a brief break and come back after some sponsors. All right, you guys, want to tell you about Pure Talk because as a consumer, you carry the success or the...
I'm sure he didn't know fucking how to handle it. He thought you was just going to cave in and give him his shit back. Oh, man. I don't know. Just this shit's never sat right with me. I'm sure it hasn't sat right with a lot of you. But if you're bored over the holidays, dig back into the JFK thing and just watch. There's an old man that claims to have been in the CIA. And then there's also a guy that claims he's the one that did it to JFK. Watch the dude that claimed to do it first, and then watch the old man from the CIA and just see how their stories kind of line up with one another. And it paints a different picture of what happened that day. Y'all have a good night. I'm fixing to get some rest. Oh, I'm sure you didn't after he threatened you. There's a way about talking to a man. You could be respectful. When you're not respectful, it just catch a lot more flies with honey than vinegar, don't you? Was it the one claimed to the driver? No. This dude delivered badges, CIA badges and all down there to Texas that day. I don't want to give it away, but when I find it again, I'll post it on my community tab, both of them, so that way you can watch it. But like I say, watch the long-haired guy that's in prison first, and then watch the other one. Y'all have a good night, and we'll see y'all next time. Peace.